So this is a tank I got on a trade, and I got myself a really awesome but dirty Exoterra. So I cleaned it with chlordexamine and a razor blade, and it looks pretty decent. Then I cleaned that bottom, the back of it, with a with rubbing alcohol at the end. So I'm going to try something a little different. My old fish tank days, we used to paint the backs of the tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the spray foam, and I'm going to make some spots in there for texture and maybe add some cork onto it. But I'm also going to use this really awesome blue as a background. I'm trying to make it look like Skylanders when you have the floating islands everywhere with the bright blue sky. David knows what I'm talking about. So we'll be back. Stand by. Alright, so we got our foam in, and this is what we're going to look like. So we'll have a couple cork rounds I cut in half. On the sides we'll have a nice ledge and little islands floating. I think it'll look cool. So now I just gotta wait until tomorrow and chop everything down and start siliconing. But I think once it sets tonight, I may actually paint the back. Alright, so here's a better view of the tank. So the master plan will be is I'm going to end up cutting inside that so that the I can put dirt inside those little nooks and then put plants in them. And then parts like over here, I can cut it out, put a plant, same thing there. I definitely want something here. I want stuff to climb up on this. And yeah, I'm really happy with this. So the build is in full effect. Alright, so another step, what I did is I painted the back blue because I want it to have like a floating island effect. Saying hi, Jen? Hi. But it's not fully dry, so what I'm going to do is... I'm here now. Jen, sit down. You're here, Jen? Oh, wait, calm down. I'm going to just shave it down a little bit. Kind of open up the pores so it dries faster. Whether that makes a difference, I don't know. What's that? But I had a lot of carving to do. What's that on? But it does look so much cooler. Alright, so it's mostly cured. And we're just at the carving stage. That is, you know, this is like when you sit down for a tattoo. You know, it's just not fun. I don't mind doing this, but it's time consuming. But at the end, it's going to be worth it. So, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. And when it's complete, it's going to look great. Just a pain. But I've learned that with this thing, this is actually the easiest way to do it. I think I'm going to actually put a bead of hot glue on the blade over here so that it doesn't get stuck. It keeps on getting stuck in it. If there was hot glue there, then it would just fall out. But I keep that handy, and then I go back to this. No, don't do that, Jen. Turn the Alexa so Papa can see you guys. Papa doesn't want to watch the movie. This kid. So, be back with updates. Tough doing this in one hand. Alright, so here's our progress. Probably about 5 hours in. 6 hours in. And We're getting there. We got our little cliffs. We got most of it carved out up top. It should end up looking like stones. So the Skylander theme will be going. And I'm pretty close to being done. I got to do still the bottom of there, what it looks like, and the bottom of this right here. And then I got to just shave down a decent amount. A lot of that's going to be covered. But you can't really tell. I stabbed my thumb with a paring knife. So again, the blood to stop was definitely a good time to say, you know what, I'm done for the night. So not bad so far. A lot of work. Hopefully I can get some silicone on this tomorrow. Silicone, Eco Earth. And then I just gotta wait, and then I can start the actual build of the Bioactive. Alright, so we're getting there. I'll show you how we do this. So you get your silicone, you glob it on super tight so it's sticking. I'm not going to do this is probably the only video of me doing this, just because it's really hard to do it with one hand. I really don't want to get silicone on my cell phone. I really don't. So I'm just globbing it on, letting it sit. So I'm going to hit that up in a second. Over here. Jenny's saying hi. She has her blanket on her head.
This is not a blanket. This is a blanket, Hannah blanket.
Oh yeah. And we're officially out of silicone. So it looks like I got a Home Depot. So we got more silicone one. Alright, hold on. Alright, so we got our Eco Earth here. It's on there, nice. I'm going to throw it on. Nice and heavy. And I'm going to push into it. And I'm going to hope that it sticks and it stays. So same thing up here. Go down. I'm making like a little nook up here because I'm probably going to put like, I don't know the name of them, but the guy gave me a bunch of micro plants from Josh's Frogs that seem to grow on anything. Like these like really cool little micro ivories. Oh god. Oh man, I got a little. So it's just like that, and just cake it on, and push down on it so it sticks and dries, and we'll see how it all ends up. But this is like a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it. Oh my God, so close. I can't wait till this is done. It's looking good, but oh my God, I'm tired of this tank already. It's true words, true statement. Alright, so the tank is on its side. I'm at the final stages, just getting all this area under here siliconed up all nice, and then I can start cleaning my drainage stones and put them in. Alright, so we're in drying mode now. I'm going to let everything dry, and then I'll get the vacuum out and vacuum it out all nice. But since I have OCD and that shit looks ugly, I am going to... I got paint. I brought the cocoa fiber and the Eco Earth, and I literally got paint that looks like it. So I'm just gonna... Jen, stop. Don't touch, Jennifer. I'm just gonna paint it. Just like that. Put a thin coat, and then put a nicer coat on later. But, you know what I mean? That looks a lot better. And at Home Depot, you can get these little sample paints for like $3.50. So, that's what I did. It's just, I don't know if this side is going to be exposed. And if the side is exposed, I don't want to see that. So, voila. And that's a fancy heart. So we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Thank God. I got a lot of hours put into this thing, but I do think that this is probably the nicest build that I've done so far. I definitely do. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Because this is a lot of work. I put a lot of effort into it. And I'd love to hear some feedback. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, so, looking good. We got our stones in, close to 2 inches. Put it nice and even. These are made of glass. It's awesome. Recycled glass. They're like a feather. Oh man, it's getting there. It's getting there. Alright, so up to the fun part. Just shout out Morph Mixology. My shirt's getting old and beaten up, man. And you got a new logo, so I think it's time for a new one. Just saying. Just saying, brother. Which I'm sure the shirts I gave you are probably bad too. So, hi. I'm just measuring across. We got our sheet. I don't go crazy. I just go with good old UV resistant tape. So, here's my mix in the tub. Nothing crazy. Sphagnum moss, peat moss, It's Miracle Grow's organic potting soil, play sand, eco earth, good drainage, good moisture. We got our screen. So now what I'll do is I'll add that, because this is going to be our soil for our plants. I also added a ton of springtails to this. Oh, and charcoal. So there's already a bunch of springtails in here. This will be perfect for my bugs. But this is what I did on the other tank, and I think I'm going to do it again on this tank. I actually am going to leave this space open in the front. I'm going to put some stones down on this one though, and I'm going to make it so that the geckos can lay their eggs in one area, and I'm not going to put plants in that area. Don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea, but I know I'm going for it. And with this tank, I'm not going to go too crazy with too much decorations. I think that it's pretty decorative already. I just want to make sure that my plants will be fine in there. Alright. So now we'll put some plants in there. But I need my box cutter. So we gotta find a box cutter. Alright, so pretty much I am just getting everything in, putting a little croton plant in the corner. I'm cutting big X's, and I'm actually putting the roots under that mat. And then adding my little Wandering Jew and Creeping Charlie, and just putting it in all different places so that, in a month from now, it'll all be grown in and looking really nice. And I'll put some Creeping Charlie there. Nothing like a good old Creeping Charlie. And maybe some more Creeping Charlie over there. There's the good old bamboo. So, I like these bamboos. The grocery store sells them. They're pretty cool. I get them really cheap. I root them up nice. Oh, my plants are falling. And I want to go with something a little bit heavier with the what's it called, with the lychee. There's that. I got two. So do I go with them together, or do I go with them separate? You know what? I'll put this one here. And you know what? I got another Nook over here, so I'll add another Creeping Charlie over there. And then
definitely should have switched the angles.
I got this at Walmart in clearance. Beautiful. It's been soaking. It's been treated. And I think I want to just put it over there. Yeah, no. No bueno. I like that. So there's so many plants that are going to grow up, and they're going to grow up and out, and eventually this will be really filled nice. All right, so made some more soil. The other soil I'll put oak leaves in for like a main fertilizer, but for this one I'm not gonna. So sand, peat moss, eco earth, sphagnum moss, and what else? Clay sand. And what was the last thing? Sorry, thinking. Too much thinking. I know there's another ingredient. What is it? Oh, Miracle-Gro organic potting soil. So I'll put this up, make this nice and high, make a barrier over here. Alright, I'll put this on over here. So, got a nice bed for her to lay eggs when she's ready. I'm going to put rocks over here to be a pain in the ass for her. I'm going to put a little bit of soil up here. Just a tiny bit. Just so that I got a nice barrier. Because what's going to happen is that's naturally going to be drier with all that extra drainage. And that's what I want. I want it so that she says, you know what, I don't want to lay my eggs over here. So now all these little passages and all that, I'll put some dirt on it. All these little plants in my little pots over here. Put some dirt on it and wish for the best. Let some leaves go. And I'll actually finish that off with sphagnum moss. Alright, so just so I want to show you what I did on the sides. I painted it so I don't have to see that ugly foam. And here's our tank. So, a little aerial view. Oh man, that looks good. But we got all of our stuff. We got our sphagnum moss. You can barely tell that the back is mainly rocks. I'm not going to put anybody in this for a little bit. I'm going to just let it grow because the lychees are so destructive that I just want to let this go, get the lights going, let the plants grow in, and just get my pretty tank going. But hope you like the build. Please comment, subscribe, follow. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, of course YouTube. And thanks. Later, guys.